Hi, I'm Mark Coopersmith, and I'm glad that you're interested in joining us for our day of corporate innovation and entrepreneurship at Silicon Valley Innovation Center. My session is the final session of the day, and in that session, I'm going to try and take the various themes that we've covered during the day and overlay that with some of the frameworks and experience that I've had throughout my career and throughout the teaching that I do at UC Berkeley, where I teach innovation and entrepreneurship to graduate students and to executives from around the world. I'm going to try and pull all of that together into a framework that's going to help you be most effective, that's going to give you some specific tools and action steps to be able to be a successful corporate entrepreneur. And being a corporate entrepreneur is really different from being an innovator. It's how do you take some of those core themes of entrepreneurial success, the tools that you use, the skills that you use, the mindset that you apply as an entrepreneur, and be able to do it successfully inside the corporate enterprise. You know, when you think about entrepreneurship, you often think about that classic phrase, crossing the chasm. And entrepreneurs have to cross that chasm to gain broad market acceptance of their products and services. But as a corporate entrepreneur, you have two chasms that you have to cross. In addition to the market acceptance, you actually have to be able to survive inside what is not always a warm, welcoming, and supportive corporate environment. And I've done that a number of times. I'll share with you some of the experiences that I had at Sony working across electronics, media, technology businesses to create collaboration and to drive tens and hundreds of millions of dollars of new revenue. I'll share with you as well some of the experiences I had at Newell Rubbermaid, where I ran a global enterprise of hundreds of millions of dollars and restructured it in a way where we were able to act much more entrepreneurially and grow. And of course, I'll also bring to bear and apply some of my experiences as an entrepreneur, launching ventures from a small 2-3 person garage type venture and growing those and taking those through exit. One of my companies is owned by Google. And in fact, one of our other speakers of the day, Bill Reichert, was a funder of that particular enterprise, which I did, that startup, which I spun out of Sony. Now, there are three things in particular that I will focus on as kind of core tentpoles, if you will, core elements that it's really important for a corporate entrepreneur to do, to understand, and to do successfully. The first is to understand how the venture, the concept that you're pursuing, ties in with the core strategic objectives, both financial as well as market-oriented, that the larger enterprise that you have, that you're a part of, is pursuing. And there's some particular tools and ways to assess that. The second is once you've got that executive support, you're going to need a lot more support than that to be effective across the organization, to acquire the resources you need, both financial as well as people, and a lot of other intangible or soft resources. How do you do that? How do you gain that kind of alignment and support? Once you've got the alignment, how do you gain the support? We'll spend some time on that as well. And then finally, what are some keys to effective execution? How do you get people to move when what you're doing may actually not be in their best interests? Well, we'll talk about how you can incent them, or we'll also talk about how you can at least move them to the side in non-threatening ways so you can be successful in advancing your cause and your objectives. It should be a great couple of hours. It should be a great day, and I'm looking forward to building upon the work of my fellow presenters and the sessions earlier in the day. I hope to see you.